What's up, everybody? Welcome back to some more Bloodborne. We're here in Canehurst. So we are at the very beginning of Canehurst, so we got pretty much the whole thing to do. And then after this, it's going to be time for the DLC. So here we go. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. Or today. Or whatever it is. Wherever you are. AJ, good to see you. Fang, what's up? Welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Always good to see y'all. All right, that's the shortcut for later. For much later. All right, let's get some... I guess what these things are like, giant fleas, something like that. They're quite susceptible to the poke, if I can get the poke down. And if I can actually hit them. All right, things are going well. There we go. Been using that Dark Souls 2 walkthrough. Very nice. How far are you so far? Got the Demon Greyhammer thing from Dark Souls 1 via Stone Trading. Yes, you can get it from the it's not the Smooth and Silky, it's whatever the other ones are called. The more rare one. I'm ashamed the name escapes me for the time being. Petrified something, that's what it is. I knew it would come back to me. It hasn't been that long since I played Dark Souls 2. All right. And technically you could start out with that weapon, because you can start with a petrified something. And if you get the good RNG, you could get it right from the get-go. Now, you probably wouldn't have the stats to equip it, but that is another thing altogether. All right, well, looking good so far here. This is one of my favorite places in the whole game. So far, you've not forgotten anything. I just did the trio boss I have to drop down for. I can't remember the name. The Ruined Sentinels and the Lost Bastille. Yeah, the Ruined Sentinels. That is the name you're looking for. Alright, nothing up here. Okay. Pursuer parry timing was so much easier after I watched you. I did start with it. I didn't take your walkthrough 100% and made my own tweaks from a playstyle. Very nice. Got strength 25 and was two-handing it till last night. Very nice. Yeah, I do try to make my builds in the walkthroughs very easy to follow. But you want to do your own thing. By all means, do your own thing. Let's see, can I get him with a quick poke? It's like, oh no, it's not a one shot. That sucks. Yeah, the damage for the full charge attack is almost double just the tap. Yeah, the tap, 607, not even half. That was 607, and then for a full charge, I'm getting 12. Okay, so it's about, yeah, it's about double. You charge it all the way up. I like the build you use, but I prefer bonk in Souls games. Something is so fun about using the bigger hammer or the sword I can and just smash people. Well, you'll see later, my friend. You'll see later. Will I ever do a BL4 challenge run? That is a good question. Also, how's it going, Ramon? Good to see you tonight. It's been on the back of my mind for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. It is something I would like to do, yes. I mean, I'm not making any promises as of this very moment, but it is something I would like to do. Whoops. Only one blood vial. Oh, that was the thing I killed. Okay, I thought that was a pickup. That was actually just a drop from the enemy. I mean, some of the bosses are going to be legitimately challenging for BL4. I don't know. I mean, Ludwig. I worry about Ludwig. I think Lawrence has some pretty reliable AI manipulation stuff you can do. I know Koss has very reliable AI manipulation stuff you can do. I'm very worried about Ludwig for a BL4 run. That's enough. That's a pretty dress. Like how my sword has blood on it and I'm just killing ghosts. Maybe got the blood from the other, like the blow dart ladies that I killed. I don't know. Ah, yes, this part. The gargoyles. Gotta love the gargoyles. Not today. You got me on my first playthrough, though. It's a late game weapon is the old Night Hammer, which I was blessed with RNG while I farm souls. Oh, you already have it. Nice. It is a very good weapon. It only has 30 durability. Yeah, that is the that's the rub. I mean, it destroys literally everything, but the big pain about it is the durability. But, you know, during the walkthrough when I'm using it, I have the repair spell equipped. And I also have the bracing knuckle ring, I think it's called, +2, which enhances the durability further. There are times, though, where it does break. despite my attempt at preparation. Dadgummit. I thought I was out of range. I thought I was gonna hit him with a charge attack before he spotted me. But that is not what happened, sadly. All right, dude. Chillax. The fact that, like, in this game, some of the best content is actually optional is pretty crazy. Like, imagine expending the time and resources to make, like, S-tier content that a lot of people who play your game is never even gonna see. That a lot of people who even play your game and beat the game are never gonna see. That's confidence in your product right there. Gotta get that shortcut. Take your approach and add like 4 or 5 more repair powders. Yeah, well, repair powders are expensive, man. So I just go with the repair miracle. And that gets me through the vast majority of situations. Ah, dang it. Got hit by that stupid dart. Get out of here. You're freaking annoying. Alright, these things don't like me. Alright, I get it. Ah, gaga. I feel like that stab attack should hit more than one when they're grouped together like that. Come on, there we go. Go ahead and pop that vial. I personally prefer to empty an area of enemies in Dark Souls 2 since they have limited respawns without the champions coming in. So you extinct the enemies, do you? That does take time. If that's your way of going about it. Hope your son's arm is recovering well. Appreciate that, AJ. Thank you very much. Yeah, he's doing much better. I mean, he's pretty much completely off pain medication at this point. Today was actually a week from his surgery, so he's a week into it already, which is pretty crazy to think about that it's already been a week. But I mean, the biggest thing is it's just a bummer that he has to miss out on so much. But as far as like his actual recovery and, you know, the pain is pretty much done with and all that good stuff. So it's good progress. And as far as what the doctor said when they put the cast on him after the surgery, they said that they expect the cast to only be on for 3 weeks, which to me seemed really short. But if it's only 3 weeks, then that's a huge win. So that would mean at this point, you know, we're 1 week into a 3-week stint with the cast there. So yeah, overall things are going pretty well with him. Thanks for asking and wishing him well. Appreciate it. He's hanging in there. It's just funny though, because he broke it last week, which was, you know, my kid's spring break from school. And last year during, so the one who broke his arm is my oldest son. He's in 3rd grade. And last year during spring break, my middle son broke his arm. So it's like every spring break now, like we're gonna have a broken bone, I guess. Just the way things go, man. But when I was little, I broke my arm 3 different times. I broke my elbow when I was 4 on a trampoline. And then when I was in 3rd grade, my son's current age, I broke my wrist from rollerblading. I fell. And then when I was learning how to rollerblade. And then in 5th grade, I was playing football in the street, which was probably a dumb idea. But anyways, I tripped and fell in the street and broke my arm in 5th grade. So, but since then, no really major injuries for me. But yep, now it's all my kids that are breaking their bones now. So I guess it runs in the family. I was trying to see if there was anything else up here, but I don't think there is. I got to go through that window now. If you're not just boss rushing, then you extinct the areas. Wow, dude. That's dedication. You know, Undevelopment, who really helped me with that guide, I shouted him out, or he also goes by Haven. He has 2 different channels. He's done a full extinction run before, and he said it took him like 150 hours. I could never imagine doing anything like that in Dark Souls 2. I like the game, but I don't like it that much. I don't have that kind of patience. It's true dedication to do it that way. It kind of felt like I teleported into that grab. I feel like I should have hit him too. That was weird. Oh well. On Development's here, he says it wasn't worth it. Duly noted, my friend. Ah, dang it. Gotta watch out for the headless ones. Stop screaming. Rite of Passage or a Rite of Spring? Is that a reference to Stravinsky? Abaga. Force myself to deal with it until I have mastery over it, then I can easily say I don't like it. Fair. Thank you for the help on the Dark Souls 2 walkthrough. I've been enjoying it. Absolutely. He deserves every bit of credit. If it weren't for him, I'd probably still be. I wouldn't probably. I would still be working on that walkthrough. Absolutely, positively, would still be working on that walkthrough, and it wouldn't be as good. So. Quicksilver bullets. Game isn't that fun in certain ways, but your videos at least ease the pain. Well, that's good to know. That's the idea. Is to ease everyone's pain and suffering as much as I humanly possibly can. That is the primary objective. The whole thing. Okay. It seemed fitting. Fair enough. It's been a while since I've listened to Rite of Spring. It's a good one. I feel like parts of it influenced One-Winged Angel, honestly. No way to other YouTubers that do Dark Souls walkthroughs, but some of them aren't very in-depth like yours is. Well, yes, that's the whole, like, that is, you know, I said one of my goals is to ease the pain. The other one is to be completely thorough. I mean, there's a lot of walkthroughs out there, but, you know, very few, if any, that cover every single trophy and achievement in the level of depth that mine do. So that is one thing that I set out to do, is to make sure that everything is covered, including all of the achievements and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, walkthroughs that get you through the game are kind of like, you know, dime a dozen. I mentioned my inspiration for this channel actually was LP Dark Souls HD, which he has actually blew my mind like several months ago. I think it was streaming Shadow of the Erd Tree, or it was Elden Ring or Shadow of the Erd Tree. It was one of the two, and he just randomly popped in one of my streams, and I was like awestruck, because he's the guy who inspired me to create this channel. I mean, he started making walkthroughs like way back in the day, and I feel like that style of video just kind of caught on, and now a bunch of people do them. But he started doing it like way before it was cool. And he was my inspiration for all this. And he's you know, come by several times to hang out. He's an awesome dude to boot, so. Yeah, I mean, he has his walkthrough style, and you know, when I created this channel, I didn't want to just copy what he did. You know, I kind of wanted to put my own spin on it, and you know, my emphasis ended up being on completion. Now, people like LP do a much better job at like showcasing the different weapons and different play styles and whatnot, which I generally, you know, my way of doing a walkthrough is I pick something that works and I stick with it. Something that's easy to follow for new players, something that doesn't require a lot of, you know, having to adapt to new play styles all the time throughout the playthrough. You know, my philosophy with a walkthrough is kind of like, when it comes to builds, is I like to set it and forget it. Those of you who are familiar with the old Showtime rotisserie infomercial know all about set it and forget it. And that is my philosophy when it comes to builds for walkthroughs and whatnot. I mean, that's also my philosophy for my own, like, for my first playthroughs. I don't like to mess around and tweak with stuff a lot. I like to find what I like to play with and then play the whole game that way. But people like LP are constantly mixing things up, constantly changing builds, constantly showcasing new weapons. And I think that has its place, and that's awesome. And I'm glad that other people do that because it really does it really shows off just how good and versatile the game is. And I don't do such a good job of doing that myself, but I'm glad that other folks do. All right, we're gonna be fighting our old friend Logarius here with the cleaver. The old saw cleaver. Swamp, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Would you ever do a Dark Souls 3 100%? Oh yes. Oh yes, that is definitely in the plan. For the goal is to get it done this year. We'll just have to see what Night Rain does, what Night Rain has in store. And if it's doable to do a guide for Night Rain, I don't know. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. But yeah, absolutely. Dark Souls 100%. Dark Souls 3 100% is on my to-do list. Rinka, good to see you. Welcome to the stream tonight. Hope all is well with you. It's me. Welcome back. Good to see you. Just started playing Dark Souls 2 and already when I want to end it all. Just started and they want me to fight 3 great knights at once. It's all good, man. You'll get through it. It's painful, man. Yeah, I know. Different people take different issues with the game. And as I say all the time, different people struggle with different things in these games as well. Like there are bosses that I think are easy that people struggle with, and there are bosses that I think are really difficult that other people think are easy. And that goes for enemies and areas and everything in between as well. Dadgummit. Just my viscera there. This is definitely one of my favorite on the OST. Without a doubt. Dadgummit. Stop me with your weapon. Stop using these skulls. I'm not doing so hot. Almost gotcha. Alright, goodbye. I love this fight, by the way. And the music. Too bad we didn't get to listen to more of it, because this is one of my favorites on the OST. Also, the same music for Queen Yharnam. Where's the crown? There it is. Found Stravinsky and Penderecki. I'm not familiar with him. It'd be transformative hearing them as a teenager opened my ears to a wider realm of rhythm and mycotonality. So Penderecki, recommend me some stuff from him. I'm not familiar. Exactly, use one type, but I'll take the other cool looking weapons. Just let them test them out to see if I'd want to take them on New Game Plus or New Game. I was at Canehurst 2 today. Fell from the roof that first time. Oh, yes, indeed. It is quite the traverse. Already at Canehurst. Wow, that's awesome. Good for you. You said the first time you played, you didn't make it past Cleric Beast, and now look at you. That's awesome. I bet it feels good. I hope it feels good. So I guess if you get this crown, go back to the dream and sell it, you can never meet the queen. Do you mention the bonfire aesthetic time travel giant fight XP farm? No. Perhaps I could have, because it is a good XP farm for, you know, late in the game. But like, for me, it doesn't have, for my purposes in the walkthrough, it didn't have much use, because when it comes to farming for experience to get through New Game Plus, farming the Rotten is way more efficient because you don't have to get as far to fight the Rotten. Because to fight it's not the last giant, the giant lord. To farm him, you have to be at the end of the game, and so it's not as efficient well, it's actually pointless for New Game Plus farming.
Visitor, I claim no subjects, but here lieth our throne.
But I think in terms of actual souls, it is more than you get from the Rotten.
Visitor, I am ruler, yet what is it that? Well, we're an all. We've touched if I very drink, feel the spreading.
Yeah, you can't see your face, can you?
Thou we too. We await for the.
Are you about to die, lady? Just tried the Gargs and Dark Souls 2. Got lucky, I think. I saw you did too, which was sick. Yes, I did get lucky in that fight. Me too, man. First time I played Souls was Bloodborne. Couldn't get to the boss at all. Then beat Elden Ring and came back, finished Bloodborne, and then Dark Souls Remastered and Dark Souls 3. Very nice. Bloodborne was my first Souls game. Souls-like. Soulsborne, you want to call it that. Nah. But I did get through it in my first playthrough. There were some rough parts, for sure. There were legitimately parts of my first playthrough of Bloodborne where I wondered, am I good enough of a player to get through this? But fortunately, I stuck with it and got through it and loved it. And then now we're here. How about that? Wish I told you how many of these things give you. Feels absolutely awesome. Love to hear it. All right, my man Alfred, is he still at that same spot in Cathedral Ward? I think he is. Didn't know that. I thought it was sooner. Yeah, you can't get to the Giant Lord until you have the Ashen Mist Heart from the Ancient Dragon. And you can't get there until you get through Aldia's Keep. You can't get to Aldia's Keep until you have Vendrick's Ring. You can't get the ring until you go through the Undead Crypt. You can't go to the Undead Crypt unless you have gone through Dranglade Castle. You can't go through Dranglade Castle unless you've gotten through the Shrine of Winter in the first place. So, and the whole point of farming the Rotten is so you can get through the Shrine of Winter earlier without having to light the 4 primal bonfires. My man, Alfred. I think you're still down here. You should be. About to give you a little some.
Oh, now, just tell... Aha! I've heard tell of... Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately. Pray and let us... It has been an... Let us... And may the...
But I am genuinely glad that Elden Ring had such mass appeal that it brought people back to the other games as well. Like, even those who played the older games before and didn't like them before, or just found them unappealing for whatever reason. And now those people are back from Elden Ring and gave it an honest second shot and then ended up really liking it. I think that's awesome. I think that's a great side effect of Elden Ring's popularity. I thought the old lady's supposed to be out, like her body is supposed to be out here somewhere. Could be making that up and misremembering. I don't know. She's gone. No, she's not. Okay, she's not. Oh, the first time she leaves, I think she comes back. Then I think the second time she leaves, she gets killed. She's so giddy. All right. Microtonality. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Nearly broke my brain the first time here. I like it when music breaks my brain. I'm a big fan of that. Canehurst is over here. There we are. Vile Blood Queen's Chamber. Difficulty-wise, rank from Software's Soulsborne games in your opinion.
Master,
Oh gosh.
Look, I've done it. I've done it. I've smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp. There, you filthy monstrosity. What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted with every inside on the outside for all the world to see.
That's some good dialogue right there. Logarius Wheel, I'll never understand it.
Oh, look, well, isn't it wonderful? I've done...
I forgot to put the top hats on the messengers. I gotta do that. Stop, you violated the law. Which law? What did I violate? Yeah, difficulty-wise, it's hard to say. There are some games where I think the environments are harder. There are some games where I think the bosses are harder. And which one makes the game harder overall, I'm not quite sure. There we go. All right, well, I guess it's time. If I can find my way out of here. There we go, for the DLC. Gotta restock, though. I don't have any. Okay, I just got. I have enough insight by far by a blood rock. I should probably do that. I want to have some insight just cause. There we go. Got my plus 10 blood works. Worth it. I should have just done this part when I was at the Cathedral Ward 5 seconds ago. I killed the doll. Kill the doll like nearly every time. That ain't breaking the law. That is the law. Ah, there she is. Poor lady. I don't kill Gehrman? Well, I do kill Gehrman. It's not yet. All right, come on.
Curse the fiends, their children too.
You smack him every time you see him?
And their children forever true.
Will we get to Ludwig tonight? I don't know. I mean, I could easily just rush there. What do you have against Gehrman? I feel bad for Gehrman. I always say Gehrman. I don't know if it's right or not. Pretty sure that's, he says his own name, doesn't he? Pretty sure that's right. Second to final boss, first place loser. Yeah. I mean, for most people, he's the final boss. Come on down. No? It almost feels not fair doing this place with a plus 10 weapon. Until you get to the bosses. Then it feels very fair. We'll go up the stairs. Why, hello. Lots of blood vials. I'll take it. Ah, yes, you have to open the shortcut. Never seen the entry to the DLC. Must have been wild spawning there and finding that's the same environment, but it looks like that. Yeah. Will the DLC ever go on sale? I wouldn't count on it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if historically the DLC has ever gone on sale. You might want to look into that. I'm not sure. already dead. Oh, hello. I think it was just on sale. Got it 3 weeks ago for $10. What is it normally? I thought it was $10 normally. $14.99 or 20, perhaps $20. Okay. I guess it's the Dark Souls 2 DLCs that were $10 a pop. And which makes sense. Those DLCs were shorter. I like how we still call it DLC, even though technically everything is DLC now. The base game's DLC. Alright, that was unnecessary. It's 20, okay. It's worth every single penny. I'd go as far as to say you're doing yourself a disservice if you play Bloodborne but not the DLC. And I don't say that lightly. Where's there he is. I was like, where's the Boomhammer guy? This guy's actually really hard. Looks like he's a red-eyed guy. Crap! I'm down here and fighting him. Okay, why am I not locked on anymore? Really? Did you just give me that backstab that easy? Come on down, dude. No? You stay up there? That's fine. You get the game's DLC with the PlayStation Plus. So did you buy or did you get the game for free on PS Plus? Because it was the PS Plus game at one point in time. I do not think the PS Plus free version of the game comes with the DLC. But yes. If you have the deluxe or whatever, the Game of the Year edition or whatever it's called. Actually, Bloodborne wasn't Game of the Year. It should have been. I think Witcher won Game of the Year. But anyway, you buy the whatever. There's the old Hunters version of Bloodborne or whatever it's called that includes the DLC with the package. What's up, Daniel? How's it going? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Yeah, the Bloodborne DLC is not part of PS Plus. I figured. That's how it would be. All right. That's all I can do over here, I guess. All right. I think there's one more item I saw that I could drop to. I'm going to investigate further. Oh, there's... Don't drop to that one, but... Okay. There's that one I already got. And there's this one. Ah, yes. Old Hunter's trousers. Are they scared of me? Wonder why that is. That's the regular non-red-eyed boomhammer guy. Yeah, I would argue 100% that the DLC is an integral part of the Bloodborne experience. Some of the best bosses in video game history are in the Bloodborne DLC. All right. We shall carry on with our lives. Recently been playing through The Binding of Isaac. It's tough. I've never played that game before. I've heard of it. Ah, yes. I like this part. I was so scared to approach this part of my first playthrough. I was a bit terrified of what was before me. Blind man, what is up? Good to see you tonight, my friend. Andre, how's it going? How's the night? Hope everyone is feeling as wonderful as they are. Oh yes, it has been a good night so far. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, he's already transformed, has he? Oh, what a whiff. Went for the backstab if I... No. Failing miserably. Oh well. He's dead. That's all that matters. Just popping in. Have my head down recording like a madman for game prior to launch. Nice. Are you able to disclose what game? You are a content creating machine, my friend. I know I've said it before, but you continually amaze me with how much you can churn out. It is quite impressive. Unfortunately not. You're under NDA. You're just important like that. I've never had to sign an NDA. I've never gotten a game pre-launch. I used to get games for free though, way back in the day. I used to be part of the game journalism, or the gaming press, I should say. I used to be part of the gaming press way back in the day. Like way back in the day, meaning 7th grade. Love how defeating bosses here is boss slaughtered, god slain, and Dark Souls games say boss defeated, victory achieved. And in this game, you get nightmare slain as well. Thank you so much. Definitely cannot miss this. Well, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, man. Appreciate it very much. Glad to have you. Gotta love that transform attack. Gets the job done. So many blood vials down here. I love it. Yeah, I definitely don't think I'm gonna get to Ludwig. I'm gonna have to. This is gonna have to be a shorter stream, but I'd rather have a short stream tonight than no stream at all. Appreciate it. What game is it? Definitely not then. Yeah, process of elimination. You're just lucky. That's all not important. Definitely not Kazan. Yeah, blind is the real deal. He has all the ends with the publishers and stuff. I'm just a wannabe. That's what it was. I love the way that it tells you your character is basically God. A hunter must hunt. That's right. No, no, what the heck? Why did I get stuck? Okay. Why did I get stuck? I was trying to run away. I knew that was going to happen. I was trying to run away and I was stuck. I don't know what the heck. In recommendation, I'm going to play on PS5. Just finished FF7 Rebirth. And I want to get another game done before Lies of P DLC launch. I'm not the person to ask for that. I'm not playing all the new games that are coming out this spring. Blind will probably have some pretty good recommendations for you. I'm just playing. I'm probably going to play Black Myth Wukong. I haven't gotten to that game yet. So I'm like way behind here. Is Kazan the game based on the life of Borat? Want to try Lies of P? Would highly recommend Lies of P. It's my favorite Souls-like. It's my favorite my favorite non-From Software Souls-like game. I had a great time with Lies of P. I always do this just for the blood vials. All right, all right, all right. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You made your point, dude, bro. All right. Let's not, you know, invite catastrophe here. Okay. Just got the Elden Ring Platinum because of you. Thank you so much. All right. Very nice. Congratulations. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Glad to have you. And congrats on your platinum. Trying to get Kazan early, but didn't happen. That was very much an ouch. I did the same. Run away, run away. Yeah, I definitely got exploded. It's really embarrassing. We know the explosion's about to happen and you still get exploded. If it's not Kazan, then it's definitely Borderlands 4. Totally forgot about Wukong, not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to playing Wukong. I've heard pretty much nothing but good things about it from people that I trust highly on their opinions of video games. What's a boss you find easy but others find extremely difficult? Everyone says Manus in Dark Souls 1 is hard, but I killed him first try. I think Manus is difficult. Especially in New Game Plus. I found Manus really difficult in New Game Plus. He was the hardest boss for me in the game in New Game Plus for Dark Souls 1. So what boss do I find easy but others find hard? That's a good question. I'm trying to think through like my Rolodex of bosses here. Morgott. I used to be able to say until my last playthrough of Elden Ring, like my 15th or 20th playthrough of Elden, I used to be able to say that Morgott had never beaten me before, but now he's beaten me once. And I do know people who struggle with Morgott. Okay, Midir is a very challenging boss, don't get me wrong, but I don't struggle with him as much as some people do. I wouldn't say Midir is an easy boss by any stretch, but he's not as hard as people hyped him up to be for me. Okay, whoa, wrong button, That's not my heal. Dadgummit, get away. Run away, no. My souls. My blood echoes, I should say. Okay, ooh, that was super sketchy. I should not have gotten away with that one. I was in total panic mode there. You were kidding. Of course you were. Watch your friend play some of it, and it looks sick. Wukong, that is. Wukong's a great power fantasy like God of War. I could just list like 20 games, but that's cheating. The Morgott oh yeah. I was so been out of shape over that. I was distressed, greatly distressed from that. Especially because going into it, I'm like, okay, this is my last playthrough. All I had to do was kill him and I would have been fine. But I screwed it up. Soiled it. But now I can't say I've never lost a Morgott. I was like the only person in the world who had beat the game more than 5 times who could say that. Now I can no longer say that. I'm excited to hear that Snake Eater remake release this. Oh, dude, yes, I will be playing that. Absolutely. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be a great experience. And I know it's a little controversial. I'm actually glad that they kept the original voiceovers. The main reason for that is because if they changed if they updated the voiceovers, they probably would have recast David Hayter. By recast, I mean like cast someone else other than David Hayter. And in my eyes, David Hayter is Solid Snake slash Big Boss slash, you know, whatever he is in that particular game. And the fact that they took him out of 5 was a travesty. David Hayter belongs in the game. And I will die on that hill. I'm glad you have my blood echoes. All right, I didn't get stuck that time. Good. Like, really? Why did that have to be so hard? That was super easy to do. Like, how did I screw that up the first time? There's no panic there, not a drop. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I just like to make things interesting every once in a while, you know. It would be no fun if I didn't make it interesting every once in a while. Yes, I'm trying to spam you. I'm doing a very poor job at it. I'm just going to hit you normally because I got you in the corner. There we go. Oh, that visceral damage was not that impressive. Nice whiff there on the charge attack. Gotcha. So hyped for the long dark 2. When in doubt, just panic roll. It has saved my life many times. It has also cost me my life many times. Duke's Archives was the worst area in Dark Souls 1. There are so many enemies everywhere, and it's just such a boring area all the way to the Crystal Caves. I would say Tomb of the Giants is worse than Duke's Archives, and then I would even put Lost easily behind Duke's Archives as well. But that's just me. I'm just a guy. Also hyped, hoping some for killing floor 3, so happy they decided to delay to make it where the perks aren't character specific. Metal Gear Solid 5, that's not the real Snake, so it makes sense that his voice was not used. But in Metal Gear Solid 3, it's not Solid Snake either, but they still use David Hayter to play the voice. So that is my counter argument to that. I'm dying to see when Wu Chain Fallen Fathers is going to be released. Is going to release. Go Ludwig's for these things. Ludwig's works really well against him. We got the stabby stab. I think they're weak against piercing rust damage. Although timing is key. Timing is indeed key. That hurt. Fair enough. Yeah. That's that exactly. Yeah. I mean, that is my viewpoint on the whole David Hayter situation. Yeah, dadgummit. Gatling gun guy. Nope, nope, nope. I want blue elixir. I forgot blue elixir. Lost easy lethal would have been so much cooler. Would have been. Perhaps, but is not. The DLC has some of you. Well, it's a remix of like the Cathedral Ward area. There are some. Oh, he saw me. Dadgummit. All right, run out of bullets. There we go. Okay, or still suck. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Bro, you're not supposed to blood vial. Only I'm allowed to blood vial. Bro, no, 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 no. Got him. Oy. Just a wee bit sketchy there. I'll throw on some pungies. Not sedatives. All right, Mr. Blood Starved. Another pungy. Cheap? Maybe. Effective? Yes. I didn't know you were down here. All right. Very good. Productive trip to the Blood River Terminus. Go up the first part of this DLC recently with a fellow creator was pretty fun. Yeah, this DLC is, in my opinion, the best part of the game. And that's in no way, shape, or form meant to demean the quality of the rest of the game, which is outstanding in its own right. But it's just a testament to how spectacular this DLC is. I mean, before Shadow of the Erdtree, this was unquestionably my favorite DLC of all time. And it might still be. I don't know. I'd have to really sit and think about it. Ow. Stop it. Stop being annoying. There we go. These guys can be problems. Bet. Where did you come from? All right. I should go on an unlocked shortcut, shouldn't I? I definitely should. Isn't there a ladder somewhere around here? Maybe. Maybe not. Might be thinking of something else. Any plans on Souls 3 walkthrough after your Souls 2 is completed? Much respect. If not, with all the new stuff. I'm nerding out on Bleach right now. Yes, the I am planning on doing a Dark Souls 3 walkthrough, not immediately right now, but the goal is later this year. That is what I am shooting for. And Dark Souls 3 is the last one I have to do. After I've done Dark Souls 3, I've done all of the From Software Soulsborne games.
You're a hunter with your... Well, this is the hunt. You've seen them, but this is what the poor fool... So, unless you've... Oh yeah, you sense a secret, as if the spirit had... Such inquisitive hunt, but beware. Especially when the secret... Beware, especially...
All right. You annihilated Ludwig. Very good. Oh man, Ludwig on my first playthrough. Great boss, a great experience, but he took me a while. From Software should stop making sequels. They should make a new story. Generally, I mean, aside from Dark Souls, that is mainly what they do. People are practically begging for a Bloodborne 2, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. All right. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for tonight's stream. I'm going to do the guess the game real quick. And then we're going to call it a night. Let's see here. Blind 100% agrees with that. I mean, I don't have a problem with... I mean, if they made an Elden Ring 2, I'd be super hyped for that. I don't think they will, but if they did... But I'm also excited for whatever else they come up with. They have pretty much knocked it out of the park every single time. So, I have no reason not to trust whatever it is they're going to churn out. Alrighty. If I can get to guess the game for today, we'll see how it goes. I mean... It's not Metal Gear Solid. I don't know what it's. I feel like I should recognize it, but I don't know. This. PC, Xbox Series, PS5. I should know this, but not Returnal. Returnal is a PS5. I know it's not Returnal. That was a PS5 exclusive, and then it went to PC. It's not an Xbox. Call of Duty. I forget what the latest Call of Duty was. Is it Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4? Shooter. Battlefield? No. Now I have no idea what it is. Action shooter. Is it, what's the game? Summit. Not Returnal. Souls-like shooter. What is the name of that game? Might have to come back to this one. That's what I think it might be. Something 2. My mind keeps going to Returnal. That game. I might have to table this one and come back to it, because I can't think of the name of that game. I think that might be what it is. I don't want to read chat because y'all might have said it. What is it? A game. This is frustrating. This is really, really frustrating. I keep thinking it starts with an R. I don't think it starts with an R. Is it, I have R on the mind. I'm just gonna go through the alphabet until it pops up. If it's not this, it's not Returnal. I'm almost positive it starts with an R. Is it is it Remnant, right? Is that what it's called? Remnant? Remnant, yes! Remnant from the Ashes is the first one. Remnant 2. No, it's not that. Dadgummit. I have no idea what this is. All that time and it wasn't even that. MK Ice and Fire with this GIF here. Oh, is this Warhammer Space Marine 2? Yes! Oh, that was... Ooh, that was close. That... Ooh. By the skin of my chinny chin chin. Oh. I'll take it. A win's a win. Resident Evil 8. Helldivers 2. Warhammer. Okay, Rinka was the first one to say Warhammer. Jeremy, I saw you earlier. I don't know if I actually called you out and said hello, but hi, Jeremy. Thanks for tuning in tonight, man. Hope you're doing well. I know we're wrapping things up here, but yeah, man. Appreciate you tuning in to the stream. I'm not sure if I said hi to you earlier, so I'm making sure I say hi to you now. Never played it. That's probably it. You might be thinking of Remnant. Oh, yes. So you knew what I was trying to think of, but it's Warhammer, yeah. Awesome. Good night. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. I might be back tomorrow, Friday. We'll see. That's what I'm going to shoot for. It may or may not happen, so don't be distraught if it doesn't, but I'm going to try to make it happen. So I'm going to shoot for Friday and Sunday for the next streams, and then we'll definitely get to Ludwig on the next stream. So anyways, thanks y'all for hanging out, for tuning in, for chit-chatting. And even those of you who didn't chat, thanks for watching and being part of the stream. So, all right, everybody have a good night, a good day, all those things. And we'll see you next time. See you later, everybody.